Hello, my dear friends. I'm Stanislav Shamayev, a licensed business immigration and corporate attorney in Miami, Florida. In today's video, we're going to be comparing EB-1A visa with any other visas in existence in the US immigration system. At the end of this video, you will be able to know how to get a free evaluation of your EB-1A case. Let's go. All right, before we begin, guys, smash that like button. Because you know, I'm the only attorney who's consistent with 2 videos a week with a lot of coverage for talent, business, and investment. And you guys just love my videos, okay? So just smash that like button, and that gives me some love and some respect from you. Why do I stand out EB-1A visa? Well, because this visa is pretty unique to the US immigration system. You guys know that countries like New Zealand, Australia, Canada, they have a so-called point system where if you collect a certain number of points, you can file your petition, get it approved, and then you can become a resident, and then you can apply for the citizenship in those countries. And no one ever speaks about US as the country, that point system, okay? I'll probably be the one to call it. EB-1A and some other visas, but EB-1A is, I think, #1 visa that actually has the point system, because we have 10 criteria of the measurement of your talent. Your talent could be in business, and education, and science, and sport, and art, or in some hybrid of those, okay? So pretty much any profession, to be honest with you. I have more than 2,500 approvals for this type of visa and related visas. So the number of talent, the amount of talent in our company is just immense. I believe we have more than 200 professions for which we got approvals for different talent visas. And of course, if it's a business, we got a lot individual approvals in that category. We know that we have 10 criteria, and we need to satisfy at least 3 criteria out of the 10. So there we go. Here's your point system. It just measured a little bit different, but it's, again, we need to get the right number of points in order to get approved. Then once we get at least 3 out of the 10, we look at the subjective side of this petition, whether looking at all the evidence, the immigration officer can deem you are highly recognized professional in your field. And we look at everything. Usually we look at in the depth of each criteria. Let's say how many scientific publications you have, how many critical or leading roles you play, what type of those companies you worked for, how many press articles are there about you, and things like that. And then the third one is the immigration officer is going to assess whether you will be of benefit to the US. So again, we have 3 points, all of which we need to satisfy in this format. I mean points: objective, subjective, and benefit to the US. And within objective, we have 10 points, and we need to strike 3 out of those 10. Great news for you, my friends! Today is the day. We have launched our new website, shamayevlaw.com. You can get to this website by scanning the QR code on the screen or by using the link in the description of this video. This website is the result of many years of work and a lot of human hours putting in this project. We've been working on rebranding of the website for the past year, and now it's released. This website is your guide on your way to immigrate to the United States of America. It has all the visas and the description of them and the process and the timeline for all the visas that we are working on. Also, you can find a lot of news and the latest blogs on the trends and updates and the change in law on this website. Also, the company's news and much more. That makes EB-1A very unique visa among other visas that exist, immigrant and non-immigrant, by the way. All right, O-1A is similar to that, but it has some differences. The video is not about that. The second thing about EB-1A is that pretty much any good professional in the field, if you're an engineer, if you're a business person, if you're a startup person, if you're an IT person, cybersecurity person, if you're a doctor, architect, designer, data analyst, whatever you are, even if you're from beauty industry, you can get approval for this visa. And you say, oh, Stanislav, EB-2 NIW is also for all kinds of professions. Yes, EB-2 NIW is all for all sorts of professions, but EB-2 NIW is mostly best for STEM categories: science, technology, engineering, mathematics. So that's what it's for. Definitely we were getting approvals for different ones, but EB-1A is all encompassing. So it gets all kinds of professions and categories in it. Number 3, EB-1A does not require an employer. So you could be self-petitioner, meaning that you could be the one petitioning the US government to get the petition approved and give you a green card. It's the only 2 visas that do not require the employer in the US, and that's EB-1A and EB-2 NIW, the one I already mentioned. All other visas that allow you to work in the States, temporary or through the green card, all of them require an employer. It doesn't matter which one of them, all of them require the employer. So EB-1A and EB-2 NIW are the only ones that do not require. Yes, you may have an employer, but it's not obligatory. It's not necessary. Number 4, this category of visa rarely becomes backlogged. There is a visa bulletin, and visa bulletin measures the number of visas available for each EB category. And there are 5 EB categories: EB1, EB2, EB3, EB4, EB5. Each category has a number of visas available per year. So EB-1A is the one that, yes, sometimes it happens. I cannot say. It happened this year for 2 months. Okay, in August and September there was a backlog for 1 month. But generally it does not. So it's always current, meaning that your immigration process starts immediately after the approval. Or if you are in the States, you can file for adjustment of status and get your green card without leaving the country. EB2, EB3, EB4, EB5, this backlog categories that are not backlog, but EB5 for those of you who have millions. All of them have backlogs, except for EB5 in some categories. But again, that visa is available to the small percentage of you. So EB-1A is almost always current. That allows you to get it very quickly, relatively. Quickly in US immigration field is a very relative term. So quickly is a year and a half since the time you started working with me and my team till the time you can get an immigrant visa in your passport. If you are in the US, it's a little bit faster, probably about a year, maybe even less, when you will be able to get your green card. Number 5, and I think this one is the most important to understand. Many people think that, oh my God, I need to be a Nobel Prize winner, I need to make millions if I'm a businessman, I need to have 200 publications with 1 million citations to them. I need to have articles in Forbes about myself, and Bloomberg, and Yahoo Finance, and only the best media. I need to be a judge at the most prestigious competitions. This is not true. If I could list you all the hundreds upon hundreds and hundreds of our clients who got approval, none of them is even close to what I mentioned. All of them are very good professionals in their field. And they could be beauty masters, the masters who make you beautiful, the barbers, the colorists, the stylists. They could be business persons, that could be engineers, that could be people who hold and organize the events. We have approvals for that. There could be people who invent fertilizers, the people in ecology, anything. Guys, anything. As long as you good professional, and you can satisfy my strategy. And my experience tells me and shows and proves that having a good basis for your EB-1A visa, you can always build on it within the 6 months that we work on your petition with the team. It's possible, it's been proven many times. So I want you to have maybe 2-3 criteria to begin with, and those could be your critical leading role, maybe your scientific publications, maybe your high pay, maybe you have some awards in the field, maybe you've been invited as a judge, an expert to judge the work of others at the competition, maybe you're a member of a professional association. So 2-3 of those that I mentioned, and this is not the comprehensive list, and we can start from there. Okay, we can start. Stanislav, how can I know if I satisfy maybe even one criterion, or maybe 3 or 2 like you mentioned? Well, for you guys, I developed a special process. It's called a free evaluation of your case. What is it? It's a number of the questions that you need to answer. And to get to those questions, go down below this video and find the link that's going to say talent visa. Click on the link and answer all the questions that I gave you. Give me detailed answers. The more details you give me, the better my analysis will be. Okay? That's a close correlation. So don't be lazy. First of all, do it right now and give me as much details as you can. And within 48 hours, I will analyze your answers and I will get back to you through my assistants. And they will give you my analysis. First of all, the criteria that we satisfy, the criteria that we do not satisfy but we can satisfy, the programs that fit most for you, maybe it's a different program, maybe it's not a talent visa, maybe it's EB-2 NIW, something else. And most importantly, if I see the potential for you to get approval within the next 6 months. If I see that, I then will invite you to the complex immigration planning. This is a 2-phase process where first you meet with the data manager. That person sucks out all the information from you that I need and gives me a protocol of the meeting. And based on that protocol, then I meet with you and I build a written winning strategy for your case. And you get it after we meet with a list of documents. And I give you the grade of the case, I break it down to the programs, I give the priority of the programs, I give you the criteria that you already definitely satisfied, those that you have not yet satisfied, but I'll tell you how to satisfy that and give you all the instruments, and you actually know exactly what is needed from you. The document could be from 10 to 50 pages. That's called the initial strategy. So, don't waste your time. It's the end of the year. Go and do the free evaluation. I will get back to you within 48 hours. Also, smash the like button and follow me on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok because I post exclusive content on those platforms, which is very valuable to you. I am Stanislav Shamayev, a lawyer of the future. Your future begins here. Good luck.